Hi everyone. It's been a little bit since I posted a card reading or a video. Back on April 25th, I had a pretty major life change, and this is like several takes in. That's why I try not to bawl on camera. Um, so I lost a huge piece of my heart, my best friend Bella. A lot of you knew Bella, my little doggy girl, and so she had a lot of friends, and but it's been a very challenging time. So I thank you for your patience, and I promise I won't cry this whole video. Um, but I know she's been encouraging me to get back into connection because she was such a huge, um, she had community, like everybody knew Bella. And so, and I enjoy connecting. She helped me learn that. And so I wanted to get back into connecting with everyone again and you know doing my part to share some messages with all of you. So here with a card reading today. So the first card that came up, I just want to she's encouraging me. She's always right here with me, and I know that, but that doesn't make it any easier, obviously, to when we miss their physical presence. And I know a lot of people right now who are grieving the loss of their animals, friends, and as well as people. And it's really, I've done a lot of thinking about it, um, and really that is one of the biggest things that unites all of us, animals and people, is grief, and loss and love. And so, just my heart goes out to everyone who is in this moment moving through grief, and to just let take all the time you need. There is no timeline. I know I'll go through days where I'm okay, and moments where I'm just a puddle mess. So just allowing yourself that time. I've been blown away by also how it really it feels like it takes a lot of energy out of you, and it's very it can be very draining, and to just allow yourself the time. A lot of people feel like they have to get right back into life and right back into things, or we also try and cover that up because it is so painful through various things that we do, and going like right back into the swing of things can actually be a way of covering that up. So really just being gentle with yourself, having compassion, whether it's fresh grief, old grief. I know even on this Father's Day can bring up a lot of, triggering emotions for those that have lost their fathers as well. So, it doesn't have to be fresh grief. It can be old grief, and just allowing yourself to really sit and be present with that, and really know that with that is something we all share. We all go through grief. And so, on that note, I know Bella really extends her gratitude to everyone and her friends. She had a lot of people friends, and so I know she really wants to extend her gratitude for allowing her to be present and part of your lives as well. So thank you, and thank you from me for loving her. So, card reading. um, so the first card that came up is from the Messages from Your Animal Spirit Guides, Stephen Farmer, and it's Wolverine. You're a lot tougher than you think. Um, Other aspects of this card are remembering times of adversity, tapping into that feeling of courage, hard times that you've gone through, and tapping into that courage that you had, the will to move forward. And also Wolverine, really setting boundaries about like saying no to the things that aren't in alignment with where you want to be, asking for what you want, maintaining physical and emotional boundaries. So Wolverine's about boundaries, about courage, about strength. The surrender card that came up was surrender to divine timing. Because sometimes divine timing may differ from the ego's timing. If a goal isn't manifesting fast enough according to your ego, be patient and trust the universal flow. And I believe that this card has come up. I know it's been a while since I posted, but I'm pretty sure this card had come up a few times in the spring when I was doing the weekly videos. And, there are some, just like there's some planets, if you think about Earth's rotation, is so many days, right? Versus like Pluto's or, Neptune's rotation further away, it's a longer stretch of time. So there are some themes in the collective that are here for all of us for a longer stretch of time, and there's some that are just here, short themes. So it does feel like a surrender to divine timing is one of the longer theme for what everyone's moving through right now. So the last card, the Owl and Hop, and I'll read this one to you. And it was upright for those that have this deck. You've come to the end of a long journey. Relish in your achievement, taking deep, satisfying breaths. The question you can ask is, am I content? If I've reached a state of fulfillment, am I willing to humble myself and try something new? And to really put all this together, it really feels like we're striving to release some old patterns. We're facing a lot of whatever's going on in the world, the adversity that's going on in the world, the pain in the world. A lot of those energies amping up, the aggression, the anger, all of that stuff. And how do we be with that and be with ourselves? And because we're all connected with that, right? We all have anger in us. We all have that angst. And how do we deal with that? How do we reconcile that? And it feels like Wolverine also is saying, about having that courage and moving through, but also where do you want to be? And if things aren't moving quite as quickly, like, oh, I'm just feel like I'm going to change and boom, I'm going to change like that. That would be awesome. But generally, it doesn't work that way. If you have somewhere that you want to be or you want to release some old patterns, a lot of times it's just a process. It's a process of starting over and starting over and starting over. And that's okay because each time you start over, you're learning something. You're learning something about yourself. You're learning something about the way you work, the way you operate inside. And changing those patterns is happens just one step at a time. And again, knowing that if something's not happening or not manifesting for you as quickly as you like it to be, there may be a reason for that. There may be, when you talk about divine timing, things might not be quite lined up yet. And so really staying with that, the Wolverine, don't give up, stay with that. Tap into that courage, that willpower to keep your course. And it feels like the Owl and Hop are also talking about complacency and oh good, I made it to this point, I don't have to do anything else. It's like there's always room for growth, there's always a new plateau, there's always somewhere new to be. And are you willing to surrender that comfort zone for growth? And stay with that, and courage, and go. Or I know a lot of people who are moving into a new cycle right now, a new cycle with things, and it's so easy to go back into where we're comfortable, back into that place that's like, oh no, I know this, it's okay, I worked hard to get here, right? But really, that start of the new cycle is what's being called upon for a lot of us. And again, just because you don't see evidence of it yet does not mean it's not happening. So stay strong, and just be strong inside, and but gentle with yourself. Allow yourself to be vulnerable because there is strength in vulnerability. So thank you so much. I hope you have a wonderful week.